Hey, what's going on, YouTube? I'm going to try to check in here with you, doing some lunchtime, and give you guys a view. It's been a while since we chatted, so I thought I'd follow up with the madness of the day since I haven't been able to converse with anybody. So give everybody a minute to check in here, get a few bites in, see what's going on with the good people out there. How everybody been? Been busy on this end, so it is what it is. But fall is in full effect. With the different leaves finally changing, and they'll probably go away by the end of the week. We're supposed to get rain and snow, so these will probably fall off the trees quite quickly. Once a couple storms run through, we'll probably be out of leaves shortly. Hey, Jay Ufum, what's going on? How you doing? Can you hear me okay? I'm traveling without my mic, so I'm kind of using the internal right now. So if I need to speak up or something, let me know. I will adjust accordingly. Is everybody enjoying their October surprise day? And this is like 2 chats in a row. People sneaking up and around. Be like a big surprise. How deep of a snow can we get? Well, it just depends on the storm. I mean, down here in the valleys, on an average year, you're not going to get more than a foot of snow. I mean, and more than a foot of snow in any given storm is quite unusual down here in the valley area. No, the mountains, of course, you can get feet upon feet. It's just a big difference between whether or not you're on the 6,000 feet's kind of the dividing line, where the snow gets a lot higher, or a lot deeper, I should say, in the winters. When the storms roll through 6,000 feet's kind of the cold dividing line, where it'll be colder above 6,000 and they'll get more snow than down low. But a foot's about right, in general. Bad storm could be 3 feet. It's happened. But if anybody's paying attention today, since you got some people checking in here, everybody's seeing the markets today with the pretty sharp drop, which is interesting because they're trying to play it down now. So something's afoot. I said for a long time the market wouldn't be able to sustain above 26,000. And it'll just go sideways as long as the bond market is up above 3. So if that changes, we'll find out. But yeah, it was like down 300, then down 400, down 500. And now it closed above more than 700 points down on the Dow, and all the other markets are down multiple percentages points. Oh, wait. No, the Dow closed 831 down. That's the latest update. So I'm reading my CNBC on the radio here. That's a pretty big drop, but it's not that big a deal, I don't think. And they're trying to play it off as a bull market thing. But really, those interest rates and bonds are really what's driving it, if you ask me. But I thought it's pretty interesting news day. It always have that. October's always been if we're going to have a big market crash, it's going to be an October type of thing. It seems like ever since the 80s and the big one in the 1920s or whatever. Hey, what's up, Tony? Where you been? Been off the radar. No, I don't think this is tied to the hurricane at all. Not at all. I don't think there's any correlation at all to the hurricane. I mean, there's not really a economic impact necessarily in the panhandle of Florida, I don't think. They're not expecting it to be widespread. But yeah, that hurricane's hitting pretty hard. It looked like I saw some of the coming ashore video. It's more significant than the Florence one. It looks like it's hitting pretty hard. What have you been up to, Tony? You off today? Well, good day, good day. Any day to hang out, good day. Any day to get off. Yeah, so the big question on this whole market thing will be how it opens in the morning. We'll see how things show down. If the futures overnight continue to go down, if we get down in the 1,000-point territory, then we might need to figure out what's going on. But if their plunge protection team works as it should, they're just going to get enough correction in there, buy some stuff on some deals, and it'll all go back up to a stable rate. It's just somebody trying to get buy something on sale, you know? Yeah. Tony's watching videos. Yeah, the trees up here, these are mostly all cottonwoods, I'm pretty sure. I think these are all cottonwoods in the camera. Down here by the river. I mean, I'd have to walk up next to every one of them. There might be a couple aspens mixed in, but I think it's all cottonwood for the most part. I see a couple white bark trees. That would be aspen, but the color's pretty much yellow and orange is pretty much standard color for aspens too in the leaf change, so it's hard to tell. But no hardwoods, I don't think, are down here. Hey, Bluto Spinach, good afternoon. Yeah, there was a bit of snow on Mount Rose the other day. You can't see, I don't think there's any on the south facing side down here. It might be on the north facing side, but it hit the other day during that rain. So that was a Saturday when the rain came through. There was a little bit up there. All the south facing stuff melted. We'll see how the winter turns out. I don't predict this far out how it could be. I always end up being wrong. It's always one of those things, pray for snow and be thankful for what you get type of thing. But buying golden waters or golden food's always a good option. Tony, you're watching a guy with the rainwater catchment set up and a wildlife cam? Nice. It's all live? Yeah, Jay, from all this is the Carson River runs right through here. This is where we always do a lot of the walk videos go right through here. Yeah, if you see a cottonwood in the desert, you're by water. There's water there somewhere nearby. You just may not be able to see it. If you dig a little bit, you'll find it. But cottonwoods are a good indicator out here. You got woolly worms where you're at? Yeah, the woolly worms have always used to, growing up, that's what they always used. The black woolly worm with the ones everybody worried about. We don't have woolly worms out here, though. So Is that the name of the channel? Homestead Economics, right? Wet desert is definitely better than a dry one, no doubt. It wouldn't be a desert though, would it, if it was dry? Yep, this is Carson. This is you're looking at this is looking west across Carson City basically. I'm just not high enough to see into town where I'm at right here. That's Mount Rose right there at the right out yonder. Where's it at? That's Mount Rose right there. It's the top of Mount Rose out there in the distance. So looking kind of northwest. Anything else been going on out there in the real world or the fake news world, or anything I missed out on? I've missed out on a lot of videos lately. I've been behind on my video watching. I'll just blame it on Tony because he hasn't put out anything either. So I haven't been trying to keep up with him. Tony says all the commies would be here if it was wet. Yeah, if it was easy, everybody would do it, right? Unfortunately, they're trucking in enough water to Vegas. They're all attracted, I think, Tony. You might be out of luck. Still working on your land grab, Tony? That's funny. You got to get that thing done, right? At least so by spring you can get some work done on it. Yeah, this is if you go off the map of the Bonanza, they pretty much own the whole ridgeline out there over into Lake Tahoe, and then over this side down into Washoe Valley was their ranch by the map, but obviously that's not legit in real life. But yeah, Vegas voting red. Bluto is probably, you're more likely to get Chicago voting red than Vegas voting red. It's too easy to live in Vegas. Too many high rollers. They haven't learned from the last recession. Yeah, trucking water in is a bigger occurrence than you think. Some of those casinos truck in Canadian water to use in their fountains. That's why they don't have to worry about paying for water rights or nothing with a lot of that stuff, because they just truck it in from Canada, from what I understand. It's actually cheaper than buying the water rights they would need to use that kind of water down there. Saints and Sappers, the Ponderosa is not real? Well, I would say the ranch, as it's depicted on the map of the show, is not wasn't legitimately a ranch. Now they had the TV set and everything up here, and the Ponderosa, everything's set up, but you know the government ain't gonna let nobody own no ranch that big. Not out here in Nevada. We know how that works. So Saints, are you batting down for this hurricane? Is that going to be giving you a side swipe or what? Hey JJ, what's going on? Thanks for checking in. Good to see you, JJ. I've been off the radar here for a little bit. Yeah, water rights have always been a big deal around here, Jafum. Huge deal. Between the mining companies and the ranchers, water rights have always been disputed in most cases. Just a little rain, Saints. You supposed to get any wind or anything? I mean, that's coming like right up the alley there. Hey JJ, you might want to watch out for your 401k IRA retirement plan. The market just dropped hold like 850 points today. Your retirement's in danger. Hey JJ, I haven't talked to you in a while. We were seeing big old blotches of rain up your way back a couple weeks ago, but you're still getting more rain again, huh? $20,000 for a cabin on 5 acres. Why wouldn't you buy it, Tony? Where is it is the question. Can you get to it? And can you grow anything on it? I mean, you can get a cabin in the woods, but if you can't grow anything on it because it's side of a hill and it's all rocky, that ain't going to help you much. Yeah, Tony, I don't know. You'd have to there's a lot more detail to determine if 20,000 is a good deal for that, because what conditions that cabin in? If the cabin's not livable, I mean, you're just buying the five acres, you know. But if you got water in already, a well and septic, I mean, that's a lot of your costs. Your startup costs are built into that first 20,000 too. So that's not too bad as long as you can get to it. Really, it's about access, because I mean, there's stuff that's remote that is cheap for a reason. Oh, JJ, you don't have any muck money in the banks? That's good. Oh, you retired guys. I feel sorry for some of them. They take hits on days like today. You got an investor, Tony? That's good. I wish I had an investor. Oh no, the cabin's brand new, no well, but a septic. They put the septic in before the well. Is there a place designated where they're going to put the well? I mean, how would you know where to put the septic unless you already knew where the well was going to be? You don't want to. I mean, that's kind of putting the cart before the horse. You know, you don't want your septic running off near where your best water source is. It's kind of I mean, you can always look on the other side, I guess, for water, but you just don't know where the best drill point is at all times. So hopefully they mapped that out. $5,100 feet, no plans for a well. Water catchment, wells. Yeah, 5,100 feet though, Tony. You're not going to be getting a lot of. If you're flat in the middle of a valley, it's not going to get runoff. Is this in Utah or is this in Nevada? Got to figure you're not going to get much catchment other than off your roof in the middle of a flat valley. Your investor might back out too, Tony, with the way today's market went. Your investor might back out. Yeah, going a long way for water, just about anybody out in the desert does, right, Bluto? Yep. It's in Utah. Utah, huh? I don't know, 5,100 feet. You're not going to get a lot of snow, I don't think, unless they have other evidence otherwise. And you're not getting runoff because you're in the middle of a flat valley, unless you see a dry stream bed right there running through your property. That makes you think otherwise. I don't know that I would. You can't catch enough water off your roof, off of a small cabin, in a shed or something. Oh yeah, there's deer out here for sure. For sure. I just saw a couple deer the other day, actually. Yeah, there's mule deer up here. You'll see them down here by the river. Once hunting season starts, they'll be all over here because this is so close to town. They get pushed back closer to town about this time of year. You see deer around for sure. Yeah, it'd be nice to be able to catch some runoff, but I don't know what Tony's talking about. That's gonna be kind of difficult. It's hard in that area. It's not like you're in Washington or Oregon or Northern California. I mean, you get lots of runoff. It's not hard you can get a catchment set up to catch enough water, but you're not going to catch enough off your roof. So if you don't have runoff, like a dry stream bed or something, you could divert and catch runoff that way. You'd be hard pressed, and then you'd have the EPA breathing down you if you set up your own pond. You might, but they don't have to know about it, right? It's just hard to figure out, unless you know the layout of your place, Tony. You'd have to look at that. Big tracks, big deer tracks up there. Is that right? Hey, Stan Olds checked in. What's going on, Stan? How you been up there? Is it snowing up in your place yet? We saw a lot of snow blow through Calgary, but I guess that's quite a ways away from you, so mule tracks, Bluto? You got mules up, wild mules up there? Burros or what? Mules? Tony, you can't be optimistic. You got to have a plan. There's no water. You got to figure out if you're going to catch it, if you're going to drill for a well for it. You can't just be optimistic about that. That's one thing. It's a big deal. You got to get your water situation figured out first. Get your water situation figured. Oh, Bueller, you're talking about mule deer, probably. I'm way off track. I'm sporadic. I'm all over the place here. Stan, it's hot where you are now. Just like August, huh? Yeah, all of Western Canada's got winter kicking in, and you're going through summer still, huh? Right on. You got a plan, Tony? Sink or swim? Yeah, that's not a plan, Tony. That's a death sentence, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if water's gonna like your plan. You might be going it alone for a while if that's your plan. Yeah, yeah. Your Navajo might abandon you out there in the desert. I've seen the movies. I know how that works. Drag you out somewhere where they know you ain't got no way out. She can summon the water, Tony? You think so, huh? Yeah, right. Okay. Hey, Saints, you keep us informed about what's going on with that hurricane. If you got any issues with, like, if your electric goes out, like what you do with your generator or whatnot, be interesting. You're going to get some leftovers because it's pounding Panama City right now. Tony's pale face. Right. Yeah, pretty much. That's his white half, at least. He's got half a pale face. All right. JJ's had snow already. Tony's been yeah, Tony won't do a chat, but won't do one of his own. Oh, Bluto's giving instructions to some gold mine or something. I don't know what that's about. Is that a escape plan, Bluto? What are you giving out stuff like that in the clear of the net? Hit the right corner by the thing. Oh man, I have to capture that and figure out where I'm getting directions to. It's gonna miss you by 150 miles. It's really okay. It's taking a hard right then. It's not really going straight up. It's kind of going over into Georgia. Oh, okay. So that kind of makes sense, Dan. The way that hurricane comes in kind of pushes the weather around. Yeah, Tony missed his hurricane too, didn't you? Yeah. Everybody was all excited, Tony. But you got some water, didn't you? Or did it all go to Arizona? All that hurricane weather hit down there mostly, I guess. But they got some good rain out of it. There was flash flooding in Phoenix, like pretty bad. Hey, America died. What's going on? Good afternoon. Thanks for checking in. We're just chatting away right now. We're not really focused on anything, so throw anything out there. Yeah, you didn't get much, Tony? Yeah, I didn't figure. Bobby Solo Homestead, what's going on, Bobby? You're getting mad rain? Yeah, so I guess you're getting the effects of this hurricane too, huh, Bobby? You're gotta get in the outskirts of both hurricanes. Double barrel though. Two big uns. Hopefully that wind stays away from you. But you got a good test run last time, so you'll be set for this time. Hey, Bikes and Bullets checked in. What's going on, Bikes? How you doing? What's for lunch? I had some pizza. I don't know what everybody else is having. They have to ask them. Tony, you talking to me? I just got lunchtime. I gotta head out of here shortly. We're at the 31-minute mark. Arizona got plenty wet. America died. Said, are you down in that region? The deserty region? Or you saw the news like the rest of us? Yeah. Yo. Hey, Ann. How you doing? Good afternoon. Lunch is over for you? All right. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for dropping by. Right on. You busted up your solar batteries? Oh, because you were looking to get those golf cart batteries, right? So you're kind of in transition mode? Okay. That's kind of a predicament to be in, Bobby, but best get her done. You still got that inverter for sale, Bobby? Bobby was selling an inverter earlier if anybody was interested. Trying to fund his operation. JFM says, wonder how many preppers in the panhandle did the smart thing and bailed. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. Depends what their plan was, right? I mean, a prepper can have a plan to bug, they can have a plan to bug in, just depending on what they think they're. I mean, the panhandle, that's a flat, swampy area. I couldn't imagine. I mean, that's going to be flood central. You're going to be isolated for a long time. Have you cut back hours to do the homestead? Who are you talking to, Tony? Are you still? Who are you talking to, Tony? You talking to Bobby or what? Tony saying smash the like button. Everybody does what Tony tells them. They don't listen to me. Bobby killed his old setup and now new ones are on the UPS truck here in 3 days. Yeah, it might be 4 days with the storm, Bobby, but hopefully it won't be directly over you. It'll just side swipe you and you'll be good to go. Get that thing rolling. Look forward to those videos. You sold it 10 minutes after posting. Dang. Probably should have raised the price by about $50, Bobby. Squeeze every bit of definitely you're selling a good deal there for sure. Japham would have run and not stopped till he hit Kansas. Don't stop in Kansas. I would never advise stopping in Kansas. I've driven through there too many times. There's nothing worth stopping for in Kansas. Drive to Colorado, maybe. That's a good deal, Bobby. Look forward to the videos. See how you get your stuff set up. Are those used lithium batteries you got, Bobby, or are those brand new? Oh, are you talking to me, Tony? Yeah, I'm still working full time. I got a real job. I got the mandatory work for the man job. You know how that goes. Same deal. We can't slack off. 3 starving kids. At least they think they're starving. Yeah, America Died is definitely a high traffic day. I think this is the most traffic we've had in one video in ages, other than driving down the actual interstate. Yeah, Tony, I thought that was your plan, was to work. You had to come back into town to work 4 10s or whatever, 4 12s, and go back to the house for 3 or 4 days, come back, something like that. Wasn't that your planning that you were working out with your investors, I guess? Too many Californians moved to Colorado. Californians have invested everywhere. It's not good here either. Okay, they were used, Bobby. Right on. That'd be interesting to see what kind of deal. I got to get to work on something like that. Weed is legalized a week from today. Cops are tracking down. What's up with that, Stan? The police state just can't. They got to get their fee money. That's pretty idiotic. I think you're right about that. Yeah, those batteries last 20 years, huh, Bobby? Is that what kind of care does a lithium need? I mean, just keep it cool. I mean, what do they consider care for those lithium batteries? I mean, other than keeping them cool and dry, what else do you do, right? I mean, I didn't know there was a service for them. Right on, Bobby. Yeah, you're going to make a good video about how you did that, because that's going to be some good information to share. $600. That's nice. What do you mean the BMS take care of them, Bobby? What's the BMS? I'm trying to read into that. I guess you're talking about the battery setup. There's no maintenance, just like the BMS. Is that your meter of some sort? Your battery tender or something? Something like that? BMS, I reckon. Hey, V-Borg, good afternoon. How you doing? Hey, thanks for checking in. Hey, no worries. Good to see you. Hopefully you're out of the path of this hurricane. I'm not sure where you're located, but stay out of the way. JJ's talking about riding a quad with Stan. All right. Hey, folks, we're about over we're over our half-hour time, so we're going to check out here. Thanks, everybody, for checking in. Just want to see what was going on, see how everybody was doing, so that you know what we're doing all right. Show you some of the leaves here. Fall's definitely here. We got cooler temperatures inbound and some possible snow later in the week or whatever, but whoa, at least up high. And a lot of those leaves will probably disappear after the storm rolls through, between that wind and between the wind and the rain. All these leaves will probably be gone a couple weeks. It won't last till the end of the month, I don't think. We just wrapped up our garden last night. We got everything taken in. We gave it up, I guess you'd say. We were time to wrap it up, so we got everything pulled out of the garden, and now we gotta get working on the tilling it in and moving on to the winter crop, or anything we do with that. Yeah, Bikes, we had some good pumpkins. We definitely had quite a few of them. No doubt about that. A lot more than we expected. I think the pumpkins were surprising. We just kind of put them out there and saw what grew. I mean, we didn't do anything. It was like, oh, here's seeds, put them in the ground, plants, put them in the ground, and just water and pray, and that was about all that happened. We didn't do anything unusual, or anything different or anything special. No special guidance or anything, just plant and water and watch. You guys saw that. I mean, we kind of planted late, so we would probably had more if we would have planted, back in late May, or something, like when we could have. We would have been overrun with just about everything. Lots of pumpkin pie, right, Bikes? Yeah. Pumpkin pie. Yeah, hopefully we get some pumpkin pie out of it, for sure. All right, yeah, we're going to roll out, folks. Have a good day. Thanks for checking in. We'll try to get back on our routine around here. We'll talk to y'all later. Have a good day. Have a good week. Live free.